Hey Faith Family, this is day 3 of this week's Daily Devotional. Should be watching this on March 25th, and today we're going to be looking in James 2, 18 through 20, kind of continuing that topic of faith this week. So one of the things that this passage looks at is that, yes, believing in God is important, but belief in and of itself alone is not enough. So let's jump in real quick. It says in James chapter 2, starting in verse 18, it says, "But someone will say, 'You have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without works, and I'll show you faith by my works. You believe that God is one? Good. Even the demons believe and they shudder. Senseless person, are you willing to learn that faith without works is useless?'" So this is one of the most interesting parts of James to me. He kind of sets up this diatribe where he's talking about faith and works. And so just to kind of have a better understanding of exactly what he's talking about, when he says, "But someone will say, 'You have faith and I have works,'" he's kind of quoting as if someone else is saying that. And what he's expressing here is that someone might say, "Well, that person over there has faith and I have works. Why can't I just have my works and they just have their faith? Why do the two have to work together?" And so James is saying, man, that is a ridiculous statement, right? So he goes on and he says, "Show me your faith without works and I'll show you faith by my works." He's kind of backing up that is just a ridiculous thing for you to say, that one could have one and one could have the other, and that the two don't need to work together. But then he goes a step further. He's saying, man, this is such a ridiculous statement. He goes on and he says, "You believe that God is one? Good. Even the demons believe and they shudder." So, man, even demons believe in God. What does the belief of the demons look like? And so what we know is that they know his power and they know of his judgment that's been pronounced on them, but they don't love him. They don't love God. They just know God. They know what's coming, but they don't love him. And so likewise, we need to recognize and we need to know God's power, but counterfeit demonic faith will never reconcile us to God or save us from judgment. True saving faith isn't just an intellectual knowledge of God and who he is and his power. It's so much more than that. It is that, but it's much more than that. It's really trust that leads us to live for him and his purposes. And we know he kind of finishes up, "Senseless person," man, this person with this ridiculous statement, "Are you willing to learn that faith without works is useless?" And man, the learning of that would come far too late. And so really the big thing James is trying to express here is that knowing God, having faith in God, is more than just knowing about God. It's truly personally knowing him. So a couple of questions that you and your household can work through together real quick, and I won't follow up with these questions later. First one, why do the demons tremble at the thought of God? And then our second question, how should knowing this affect the ways we think about God? So after we've answered that first question, why do the demons tremble at the thought of God? Based on that answer, how should us knowing that affect the ways that we think about God? I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you'll take a moment to work through those questions and then take some time to pray and really examine, what is your faith? What does your belief in God look like? And is it paired faith and works, not one or the other? Thanks.